Well, listener, first of all, thank you very much. I'm glad you love it because I love doing it. Fighting sports and martial arts have been a lifelong passion of mine, whether it's me doing them or me watching them and enjoying them. And I think they're a great way to, change lives and whatnot. But, that all aside, I don't know that if the third fight's a draw, we're going to get a fourth. And let me say why. Listen, these guys are so evenly matched. Both fights were like around a difference apiece, right? So, I mean, you could call the next one a draw, and what could happen? David Benavidez, who was stalled out by Canelo, might be given his opportunity. But a lot of it comes down to the politics of boxing. In the old days, it would have been who was under contract to who. That's not necessarily true anymore because of the Sheik, right? The Sheik has changed the boxing rules because he can pay for what he wants, and he does pay for what he wants. So it'll depend on what the world's ready for. I mean, I would love to see a fourth fight. I mean, the chess match between these two has been absolutely incredible, and I've enjoyed every moment of it. But David Benavidez deserves his shot too. Beating David Morrell was no small order. That was awesome. So we'll see what happens, man. I mean, either way, we're in a golden age of boxing now, and one thing we should never forget is we're in a golden age of boxing because the UFC raised all combat sports to the next level. Whether you're talking about Muay Thai, whether you're talking about Jiu-Jitsu or anything else, it's really changed it for the better. Boxing just happened to have a position that was much higher than those other sports, so it's raised itself even more. And it's funny because I remember when UFC was first coming of age in the mid 2000s, and boxing guys were poking fun out of it, making fun of it like it was a joke of a sport. Little did they realize it would be boxing, the UFC itself that made boxing. But it's weird how things go in this world. I mean, let's be honest, UFC itself would have never made it if the actors hadn't gone on strike and there was a reality TV thing going on, and the Fertitas and Dana took one last shot at making that thing work. I mean, it's bizarre how the world is, isn't it? Well, there's obviously a big guy upstairs calling the shots and making things go the way they do and setting things up for the reason they are. And honestly, I think it's better for everybody. I think combat sports are awesome. I've known it since I was a little kid. I'm glad everybody else is catching on, and I'm glad you love my stuff because I will never stop. And by the way, if you love my stuff, read my book, because there's some things you can talk about you can't really write about, and there's some things you can write about in depth that you can't really talk about. So if you like my channel, guys, read Warrior of the Light, a fighter's journey through the rise of mixed martial arts.